Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017 season. So I hope you guys are having a great day. It is exciting to be back. After the weekend, we were away in Liverpool Regionals. I'm feeling so much better today as well. And I have been since really Monday. All your comments, guys, in support and things have really kind of helped me kind of just get myself back on my feet, start looking up, looking forward, and that's the main thing. You know, I had a really good time seeing people and hanging out with people over the weekend. It was just an absolutely amazing event. From that side of things, I was obviously very disappointed with my result, but you know, you can't dwell on it too much. And as I said, just the support and things that you guys have been giving me after the weekend has really helped. And you know, there's only one way to go, and we're going to do it. We're going to go forward, and we're just going to put it to bed, and that's that done. We can't help what has happened in the past. So, with that said, on Monday I did say, what team do you guys want to see me play for the rest of the week? Because we're going to have a little interim week this week, so we'll have a little bit of fun. So I played my regionals team for a couple of games on Monday's episode, and I did say we could play the Banco, we could play this team again, or we could play my mid-season showdown team that I played on Sunday. And the common consensus was that you guys wanted to see the mid-season showdown team, which I'll pull up now. So the mid-season showdown was on the Sunday after the regional event. Unfortunately, because of when my train was, I couldn't play the whole event. So I could only play a few rounds, so it didn't mean I get to finish the tournament, which is a bit unfortunate. But you know, I just built this to have a little bit of fun, and that was the main thing about the team, really. And it is a lot of fun, so hopefully we can kind of show it off today. It's got some really cool tricks in it. As you can see, it's got the Smeargle, the Tapu Lele, the Chansey, Arcanine, Gigalith, and that Muck. So there's a lot of tricks in the team, and I'll not reveal anything right now. I'll wait till we get into the battles and see if we can kind of talk through them as we go. So we have our first opponent of the day, Francesco from Italy, and they're running a team, a QR code team, of Tapu Bulu, Smeargle, Arcanine, Xurkitree, Pheromosa, and Nihilego. So, I wonder if that is Scarfed Smeargle or not. Because if it's not, then we're alright, because we're running Scarfed Smeargle. Now, how are we going to approach this? So, I think the thing about this team is you've got to really look for your win condition and then just make your decisions around picking your team around that. So let's see. What do I want to do? I definitely want to lead Smeargle. Now, the grassy terrain, I don't know if I'm too worried about it, to be honest. Like, I would like to have the psychic terrain up because I kind of want to nullify the potential fake out from the opposing side of the field. I don't really want to lead with Arcanine, Tapu Lele, just in case we see the Tapu Bulu lead. I'm going to lead with Gigalith here. I'm going to bring Tapu Lele in the back. Do I want Gigalith or do I want Muck? And let's bring Muck. Yeah, let's definitely bring Muck. We definitely want Muck. So, and we'll see what my opponent goes with. So yeah, guys, what we're going to do next week is, as we're having a little interim this week, we had a request maybe last week or the week before to play a Hard Trick Room team on the channel, because we haven't played one of those this season so far. So going into next week, I am going to build a Hard Trick Room team, and we're going to start playing that on Monday. So that'll be a lot of fun. So we do see my opponent lead off with the Nihilego and the Smeargle here. So what can we do? You've got to expect the fake out to come out here. So I kind of want to switch in my Tapu Lele for the Gigalith here. Get the terrain up, stop any potential fake out, and I'm going to go for a Spore onto the Nihilego just to shut it down. And that gives us an opening for that next turn to Spore the Smeargle if it isn't Choice Scarfed as well, because we are running Choice Scarf Smeargle. So it means potentially we get the jump on a lot of stuff. You know, the Nihilego could be choice scarfed, but I have calced and EV'd the Smeargle to survive even modest sludge bombs that can potentially come out and hit us, so we should be fine. So we'll take that Gigalith back, bring Tapu Lele in, get that terrain up. We know nothing else is switching out on the opposing end of the field. So if a fake out does come out, we should be fine. And there's a fake out, so there we go, stopped, and there's a nice tasty spore to get us started, so that's great. So we're going to put a lot of pressure on now, because the Nihilego either has to switch out, or stay in and go down to a Psychic. Now what I'll do, I'll just have a quick look to see what my opponent's got to potentially switch in on that slot, because we do have access to Shattered Psyche here that we can potentially just launch off into that slot. I did miss the Smeargle speed boost, so I've got an evasion boost. Okay, so we'll go for a Spore into the Smeargle, and I'm gonna go full force Shattered Psyche into that Nihilego slot, just in case anything switches in, because if something switches in, we want to be doing as much damage as possible. If nothing switches in, then it doesn't matter, does it? And it doesn't look like anything switching in. The Nihilego doesn't wake up, which is great. And we are going to get the Shattered Psyche off with that Tapu Lele, which is perfect. So this isn't a bad start. We get rid of one big threat anyway. We do need to worry though about the Pheromosa potentially coming in. I know we've got Spore to take advantage of Smeargle's really high speed at the moment with that Choice Scarf, but still Pheromosa is going to be a bit of an issue. We may see the Tapu Bulu come in here just to get the terrain up in their favour. And I think what I'll do if that Pheromosa does come in, and try and readjust the board position a little bit. And hopefully we're going to have one game today where we bring the Chansey. We've got to bring the Chansey at some point. So we see the Arcanine actually hit the field, so that's alright. You know, we do need to be careful at all times in case that opposing Smeargle wakes up. I think here I am going to just switch out, if I can click my buttons properly, I'm going to switch out Smeargle into Gigalith here, preserve Smeargle for later on, and I'm going to go for a Psychic into the Smeargle slot. And potentially, if it doesn't wake up, then we will take it down with a Psychic. We shouldn't be going down to anything the Arcanine throws out at us, and I would think it'll probably want to target this Smeargle slot regardless anyway. So there we go, yeah, into the Gigalith. Gigalith taking that like a champ. And the Smeargle wake up? No! Excellent. So we are going to get the Smeargle, we're going to take that down, which is pretty nice. And we'll see what my opponent's last Pokemon is. And I wonder if it is the Pheromosa. So you imagine it's quite difficult for my opponent to bring the Tapu Bulu here with the Muck on our side of the field. So it is that Pheromosa. Okay. So, I think I'm going to sack the Gigalith here. Or do I sack the Gigalith? Or do I bring in Muck maybe on that slot? Do we want Gigalith to clean up the game? Yeah, I feel like we want Gigalith. So let's not sack the Gigalith just yet. Let's sack the Muck, if anything, or we sack the Tapu Lele here. So I'm just going to go for a Psychic into the Pheromosa. I'm going to switch out Gigalith because I want Gigalith in a position with the Smeargle potentially to clean up this game. So we do see a high jump kick come out from that Pheromosa. Muck takes it comfortably though. We are going to pick up the KO on it with Psychic though now. And we just see a Flare Blitz. This will be into the Lele, you've got to imagine. It picks up the burn, but it doesn't matter too much. I don't think we're going to get to do our little strategy here. But never mind, it's fine. We've got plenty of time to get some more games in with the team. This has felt more straightforward with the team rather than going down a little gimmicky strategy route. But it just shows that the team kind of can operate outside of the kind of the main little strategy that we had anyway. So that's fine. Yeah, there's not really much we need to risk here. I'll just go for a knockoff, get rid of that potential berry on the Arcanine and switch in the Gigalith on the Lele slot, and we should be able to finish this game up pretty quickly. There's Lele out, Gigalith in, and oh, a Bulldoze, that's nice tech. So it will drop our speed, but it's not really mattering too much because, you know, we're slower than the Arcanine regardless anyway. Do chip off that Aguave Berry. And here we can just go for a Protect. And just go for a Rock Slide, and that should wrap the game up. And my opponent forfeits, so that's fine. So, very good game to my opponent. Not a bad start with the team. But let's go into this next match, because I'm desperate to use this Smeargle Chansey strategy. Or Smeargle and anything strategy. So, I don't know, you might have got a sneak peek at some of the moveset there that we've got. So we've got Spore, we've got Trick or Treat, which when used on an opposing Pokemon gives it the Ghost typing, adds Ghost typing to it. We've got Forest Curse, which adds the Grass typing to a Pokemon, and we have Parting Shot just to give us some option of a pivot. So if we're in a bad situation with Smeargle, we can't get a Spore off, or we can't utilise the Forest Curse or Trick or Treat, you can Parting Shot out of there and reposition our board position a little bit better for later in the game, bring the Smeargle back in, and then hopefully kind of utilise that strategy a little bit later. We've got Chansey in there as well, which is just a tank. Any Z move that's not a fighting type Z move, it pretty much can take. We've also got the Intimidate support there from the Arcanine to help against those physical type attackers. And kind of the main strategy is to put the Trick or Treat onto the Chansey, so fighting types and things can't hit it. And the Forest Curse is really nice for things like, as we see here, the Celesteela, which normally will sit and try and go for Leech Seeds and things like that. If you give something the Grass typing, it can't Leech Seed you, it can't be Spored. It's pretty fun. So we'll see what we've got anyway. We've got our next opponent, and they are running a team of Magnezone, Porygon Z, Celesteela, Smeargle, Gigalith, and Wishiwashi. So we've got a Trick Room team here for sure. Let's see, what do we want to do? We want to lead, there's no Tapu, so we can lead Lele pretty freely to stop any potential Spore coming, Fake Out coming out from the opposite position Smeargle there. I feel like Arcanine's going to be very good here, and do we go Gigalith as well? Or, yeah, Gigalith's pretty nice switch into anything that Porygon Z can switch out. Although the thing is, we've got to be a bit careful with the Gigalith with those big special type, steel type attacks that could potentially come out on us as well. So Muck might be a good option. Yeah, let's bring the Muck. Let's bring Muck over Gigalith. So let's see if we can pull something off here. I don't know if it's going to work. So let's see. It'll be good. It'll be good fun. Whatever. Regardless of anything else, I think this team is just a lot of fun to use. I had a great set with Jason in the MSS, and literally we sat for the whole game just laughing and having like this amazing time this whole set. It was just so much fun. And his team was a lot like this as well. So let's see how we get on. So we see my opponent lead off with the Smeargle and the Porygon Z. We lead off with our Tapu Lele and our Smeargle, so we can just go for the Spore. What do we Spore though? I think what we do is, the problem is the Breakneck Blitz is a bit of an issue from the Porygon Z, so I'm going to Spore into that slot. And I'm going to go for a Shattered Psyche. No, I'm just going to go for a... Actually, should I taunt the opposing Smeargle? That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, let's taunt the opposing Smeargle. Just to kind of cover ourselves in case it goes for a Spore into... okay. So we see Follow Me, no Fake Out coming out. Okay, so we get the Spore off, and we're going to waste a taunt as well. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if we'll see a Trick Room maybe come out from the Porygon's ear, if it's going to just take down our Smeargle straight away. Just a Trick Room. So we do get away with that a little bit. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, we need to preserve our Smeargle. So let's bring in... Let's bring in Muck on that slot. And let's protect Tapu Lele here, because we do not want it going down to a Breakneck Blitz. You see the Smeargle withdraw. I'm going to see Gigalith hit the field. I wonder if this is choice banned as well. It probably is, isn't it? It's probably going to be choice banned. It's not ideal. And there's the Z move, so is it into the Tapu Lele? You've got to imagine it probably is. I don't think you'd waste it into a Smeargle. Although you might do, you might want to take the Smeargle down, stop any potential spores, which would kind of make sense. Yeah, it is into that Smeargle slot. And it does take the Muck down in one hit. Wow, that's ridiculous. Okay. We're not in the best of positions at all right now. So we'll bring in Arcanine. Get an Intimidate off onto the Gigalith. Okay. I'm going to have to go for a Will-O-Wisp into the Gigalith slot. Or do I just go for a Shattered Psyche? And the Snarl, maybe. Or a Morning Sun. But we're not going to get the full potential out of it, are we? So I'll just go Snarl. I'm going to Shattered Psyche into the Gigalith slot. Hope that we can kind of survive whatever the Gigalith throws out at us. So there's a Stone Edge. Arcanine avoids. Oh wow. Do we actually survive the Hyper Beam from this Porygon Z? We might do. No. Ugh. Okay. That is a shame. Now the game's gone, I feel now. Like completely gone. Yeah. I don't think there's much we can do. My opponent just played it really well. Kind of completely ignored the fact that the Follow Me was coming out that first turn. So, yeah, I don't really feel like there's too much we can do now. And we kind of could have potentially got away with it with that Stone Edge miss. And we should have really went for the Will-O-Wisp onto the Gigalith that slot, but we didn't, and we're gonna get punished for it now. So there's the Smeargle gonna go down, and we're gonna have Arcanine against the world now, and it's not gonna happen, is it? No. We do get the Will-O-Wisp onto the Gigalith. A turn too late. I'm just going to forfeit. There's not really any coming back. We've got 4-on-1 now. I don't think there's really anything we can do. We're still in the Trick Room. Even burnt. We're just going to get another Hyper Beam and a Stone Edge thrown out at us. And it will take us down. So we'll just call it a day there. We'll move on to our next game and try and fit one more in. Very good game to my opponent. Well played. We just did not adjust well at all on that from turn 1. We would have been better in that situation, switching the Lele in turn 1 to kind of give my opponent the kind of like false impression that he could go for the Fake Out to kind of waste the turn rather than go for the Follow Me straight up. And we, you know, stupid of me to forget about the follow me as an option there, because that's really what's kind of let my opponent get momentum, build on that, and move forward. And we just didn't. Oh, I just played that pretty terribly. So let's see if we can kind of make up for that here. Got one more game. That'll be fine. And we can play this game on this team on Friday as well. If you guys want to see it again on Friday, maybe you don't. Maybe you do though. If you do, we'll definitely play it on Friday. I'd like to get more games with it. That would be the main thing. I do like playing this team. Like I say though, it's really hard to get it right. But I think when you do get it right, it can be very good. So we've got our next opponent, and they've got a team of Oranguru, Machamp, Arcanine, Gastrodon, Garchomp, and Vikavolt. So, what do we do here? Chansey's pretty good here, even though there is a Machamp there. I'm gonna go for Lele, Smeargle, and what do we want? We definitely probably want the Gigalith, I would say. Do we want Lele? We probably want Arcanine for sure. That Vikavolt. The Intimidate's going to be good for the Machamp, the Garchomp. Let's go for Chansey. And what do we want for our last Pokemon? Do we want Lele? Lele is pretty good here, to be honest. It says Gigalith if the Trick Room goes up, and we do have Wide Guard as well with Gigalith that we can use and take advantage of. So let's hopefully this is going to be a lot better than that last game. Pretty disappointed with how that went, but that's the kind of nature of that team. If you let it get set up, then there's not really a lot of coming back from it. So we see my opponent lead off with the Garchomp and the Oranguru. We are going to lead off with Smeargle and Arcanine. So we will get a nice helpful Intimidate off onto my opponent's Pokemon. So we can go for a Spore into the Garchomp or the Oranguru here. We might be better off just doing that, to be honest. We could go for a Parting Shot. That's not a bad option either. But then what have we got to Parting Shot into? Chansey, which isn't too bad, to be honest. So yeah, I think let's go for a Parting Shot into the Garchomp. And go for a Will-O-Wisp as well. You never know, it might be Scarf Garchomp, so we have to be a bit wary of that. It isn't Scarf though, so that's nice. We are going to get that Parting Shot off into it. Further reduce that attack stat. And we'll bring in Chansey for the first time this match. Oh, and here we go. Here's his E-move. Oh wow. Is this an Acid Downpour? It is. Okay. I prefer seeing this to seeing Tectonic Rage, to be honest. But -2, we should be able to take this pretty comfortably. Look at that. That is insane. Chansey's a beast. We're going to get a Will-O-Wisp off. And we'll see what this Oranguru goes for. And he goes for a Trick Room. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to go for a Toxic onto the Oranguru. I'm going to... I feel like switching in Smeargle here because... Oh no, I'm going to switch in Gigalith. Because if that Machamp comes in, I want something... I want Arcanine in the back with the Intimidate. And we'll go for a Toxic onto the Oranguru and start the counter on that. So there's a Gigalith switch in. We'll get the Sandstorm up with that Sandstream ability. And we see a light screen from the Oranguru. So that'll bolster the opponent's special defenses. We are going to hit that Oranguru with a Toxic. And we'll see what this Garchomp goes for. I wonder if we'll see it maybe go for a Swords Dance, maybe. Just a Rock Slide. But because of that burn and everything else, it's just not hitting hard enough at all. So here I'm just going to go for a Rock Slide and just a Seismic Toss into the Garchomp here. I don't see any reason not to do that. And both our attacks are kind of ignoring the light screen as well, so it's fine. Might see the Garchomp, yeah, so there's the Garchomp withdrawing. We're going to see that Machamp come in, yeah. Okay. So we'll get the Rock Slide off. Do a decent amount of damage to the Oranguru. Bit of chip to the Machamp. Flinch the Oranguru in the process, which is pretty nice. And we're going to get some additional chip onto that Machamp with a Chansey, which is nice. I do want to save Chansey. I don't want to just let it go down to a Dynamic Punch here. So I'm going to switch it out. I'm going to bring Arcanine in, get an Intimidate off onto that Machamp. And I'm just going to go for another Rock Slide with Gigalith. Just keep chipping everything down. I haven't got the Forest Curse or the Trick or Treat to work on the Chansey yet. I'm a bit disappointed with that. I don't know if we're going to get to actually get it working in this game, but this is why we can use it on Friday. If we can't get it in this game and you guys want to see it, we'll try it again on Friday. It's just hard to guarantee when we can kind of get to play it, because if you force it, I feel like you just throw away matches, and we maybe tried a bit too much to force something in that last game, ignored what the threats were, and the game just kind of run away from us a bit. So I think we've got to pick our moments right. You can't just force it on itself. We do switch the Chansey out, bring the Arcanine in, get that Intimidate off onto the Machamp. We're going to get the Rock Slide with our Gigalith, hit both targets, and use a little bit of chip to everything again, just helping on its way. Oh wow. Okay, so this is like super unfortunate for my opponent. We get a double flinch there. Rock Slide being very cruel. We do activate the berry, the evolved berry on the Oranguru, so it does get a good chunk of damage back. But that Toxic's slowly chipping it down. So I think here we've probably got quite a free switch into maybe, how many turns of Trick Room have we got left? One turn. It's a little bit risky, but we could switch in. I feel like we could switch in Arcanine, Smeargle for our Arcanine, because I feel like the target for my opponent with that Machamp is the Gigalith here. So let's try something. Let's get the Smeargle in and go for another Rock Slide, because with that Trick Room ending the next turn, we will be the fastest thing on the field with that Smeargle once the Trick Room does end. So if we can get it in for free, that would be great. And if not, then we've still got the Intimidate of the Arcanine to kind of utilise later on if the Smeargle does go down. So we get another Rock Slide. Oranguru avoids, but we do hit the Machamp. So let's see where it's going to target. Proc a Berry on the Machamp as well. And it's the Figgy Berry, and there's the Dynamic Punch. Oh, it's into the... Okay. I didn't expect that. You would expect it to go into the Gigalith slot, but... Okay, so there's the Trick Room reversed. The Oranguru just reversing the Trick Room. Okay, so we lose Smeargle. It's not too much of a problem though. That Oranguru should be going down pretty shortly with that Toxic. And we'll just bring in Arcanine again. Like I said, if the Smeargle did go down, then at least we've got the Arcanine to bring in, so we're not left stranded here. We'll get another Intimidate off onto it. But we may see the Garchomp come in on that slot. That is something we could see. I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp into the Machamp, and I'm just going to go for another Rock Slide. So there's here comes the Garchomp. You've got to, yeah, okay. And a Shadow Ball, okay. We'll just get another Rock Slide. And the Oranguru does eventually go down. We'll see that Garchomp take a little bit of chip as well. And the Sandstorm subsides here. So I wonder what's going to come in. Is it going to be that Machamp? And it's going to be the Vikavolt. Alright, that's fine. We do not mind that at all. So, we're probably just going to see an Earthquake come out from the Garchomp. So I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz and a Wide Guard here with Gigalith. Okay, so the Vikavolt just protects. So protecting against that Flare Blitz. We're going to get the Wide Guard off. We're going to burn this potential Earthquake coming out. I'm really disappointed that we haven't got any of the kind of the main key strategy points of this team played today. I'm not going to play another game after this because the video probably will be already quite long, but I will leave it down to you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the games that we've played today. If you want to see this team again on Friday, so we can kind of explore it a bit more on Friday possibly. And I'm sorry that we haven't really got to feature any of those texts today. I think what I'll do here is go for a Rock Slide and a Flare Blitz. Kind of just bluff my opponent that we'll play the Wide Guard again. Because with a combination of both the Flare Blitz and the Rock Slide, we should take this Vikavolt down. And yeah, we just see it withdraw. So the Machamp's going to come in. We are going to get... And the combination of the Flare Blitz, you would imagine, yeah, so my opponent not wanting to risk going for that double target attack because of the Wide Guard. Get the Flare Blitz. Ooh, it's probably not going to be enough. And there's the Rock Slide. So we'll just go for... yeah, I guess just a Wide Guard again and a Flare Blitz. And just go for the Flare Blitz into the Machamp. If the Garchomp goes for another Dragon Claw, it's probably just going to proc the Berry on the Arcanine, which is fine. But I think we'll be alright in this game. Should be alright. My opponent just taking their time, thinking about what they want to do. And there's the Wide Guard. I guess probably just thinking whether they want to go for maybe a Rock Slide or if they want to go single target attack again. We see a Bullet Punch come out from the Machamp. And yeah, just going for that Dragon Claw again, trying to get rid of the Arcanine. Does proc the Berry, give us all that health back. So we kind of wasted the Wide Guard there, but I guess it did cover any potential Earthquake that could come out. We could have seen the Machamp go for a Protect there, you never know. We did pick up the KO onto the Machamp though, which is nice. And we'll see that Vikavolt come back in. So I think here I'm going to go for a Morning Sun, and yeah, I'll just go for a Rock Slide with Gigalith. I don't know if my opponent will even risk the Earthquake. I mean, here's probably a good time to risk the Earthquake. If this is me, I'd probably go for the Earthquake now. Probably thinking that my opponent will probably want to go for a double attack rather than go for the White Guard, maybe. But the Earthquake's still not going to be doing enough damage, I don't think, to either target we've got on our side of the field. And we've still got that Chansey in the back, so yeah, my opponent not opting for that, just going for the Dragon Claw again. We'll go for that Morning Sun, just get some health back and see what this Vikavolt goes for. Probably a T-Bolt into the Arcanine. Yeah. And there's the Rock Slide from the Gigalith. And this Garchomp's going to go down soon anyway. So what we can do now is just switch in Chansey, just to soak up that potential Thunderbolt and go for another Rock Slide. And I wonder if we'll see the Earthquake here. Well, we might be doing. So the Vikavolt is protecting. Garchomp just going for a Dragon Claw again. Chansey eating that up. And we'll get another Rock Slide. So Gigalith slowly chipping down this Garchomp. And hopefully it goes down to the burn here. Does it? Oh, just hanging on. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go for the Seismic Toss into the Vikavolt and the Rock Slide again, and that should be enough to seal the game up. Hopefully. Feels like it's dragged on for ages. I think that's another problem with this team as well. If you don't get it into the right position and you really need to like eke out a win, you've got a lot of bulk on the team, but it does take a long time to kind of work out the team, work out on your opponent. We do see an Energy Ball coming out from this Vikavolt. It is actually enough to take down the Gigalith. Okay, critical hit. It might have done anyway. We are going to get the Seismic Toss into the Vikavolt. It's still fine though. The Garchomp's going to go down here and we've got the Arcanine to bring in, which is going to be able to clean up. I'm just disappointed about not getting to play any like other strats today. Came into this episode, I thought, yeah, we're going to be able to get off all these crazy strats and things like that, and we've had to play the team pretty straight down the line from most of the matches that we've had today. So I'd like to give it another try on Friday. So if you guys would like to see it again, do let me know. If you don't, then that's fine. We can always play something else. We can play the Banco, we can play my other regionals team, or we can play any other team that we've played on the channel up to this point this year. So any suggestions that you've got, we can play on Friday. I do not mind at all. But I'll leave it up to you guys to let you decide. I've had a lot of fun playing the team today. It's just I've not got to show off the things I want to show off with it. So hopefully you get to see it on Friday, maybe. A good game to my opponent. We eventually, finally get through this game. Took way too long. And we're going to wrap things up there, guys. We will wrap things up there. So as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Big shout out to everyone as well, just for all the support I got after the weekend. It really does mean a lot. It was amazing. You guys are great. And that's about it. So we'll be back with the Battle Spot Doubles series tomorrow. As I say, we are going to set up a live stream with those going into next week on our Twitch service. So we'll announce that Friday and Monday, the times. We'll sort that all out so you guys know when that'll be. But that'll be a lot of fun, and looking forward to having some more games with that team that we created together on that live stream team builder that we did. It's very good at the moment, and then we'll come back on Friday. And like I keep saying throughout this episode, if you want to see this team again, do let me know, guys, and we'll feature it again. Hopefully get a few more good games in with it, and kind of show off the techs and stuff in it. It might be a bit gimmicky, but I think it's a lot of fun if we can get them to play. It's really cool. So do let me know. we'll end things there. If you've enjoyed the video, smash that like button, it is massively helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, so you get all the daily updates for when our content comes out on a regular daily basis. And I'll leave it there, guys, so just enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for stopping by as always, and I will see you next time. So until then, guys, you take care of yourselves, and bye bye.